Heavenly Father, thank you for the gift of spiritual perception. Thank you for the divine signs you have been sending, for the guidance, the clarity, and the wisdom that you have placed in our hearts. Lord, we acknowledge that without you, we would be lost, but with you, we are found. Help us to continue walking in alignment with your will, to listen to your whispers with humility and obedience, and to interpret the signs you send with clarity and precision. We surrender our hearts to you, trusting that you will continue to reveal your purpose for our lives through the signs we receive. Strengthen our faith, and help us to walk boldly into the future you have prepared for us. We pray that we will continue to be faithful stewards of the gifts you've given us, and that we will use them to bring others closer to you. In Jesus' name, Amen. As we close this time together, know that you are walking in divine alignment. God has entrusted you with the ability to interpret signs, and as you continue to walk this path, you will see His guidance unfold in ways that will amaze you. Every step you take is leading you closer to your divine purpose, and every sign you interpret brings you closer to the fullness of what God has for you. The road ahead is bright, and you are ready to walk it with confidence. Trust the process, trust the signs, and trust in God's perfect timing. You are chosen, and this is just the beginning of the beautiful journey ahead. But with this increased awareness comes increased responsibility. The divine signs you receive are not just for you to enjoy or to keep to yourself. They are for others. God has entrusted you with spiritual insight because He knows you will use it wisely. He knows you will honor the signs He sends you and use them to guide others. Your spiritual intelligence is not just a gift, it is a tool that you will use to bring others closer to God, to help them see the truth, and to guide them through the challenges they face. You are a vessel of divine revelation, and as you continue to walk in obedience and humility, you will become more and more effective in your calling. In this new season, you will find that God's presence in your life will become more tangible. The divine whispers will become louder, more distinct, and more powerful. You will begin to feel God's direction more clearly, and as you walk in that direction, you will see the fruits of your obedience. Your faithfulness has led you here, and now you are ready to step into the fullness of what God has prepared for you. The divine signs will continue to unfold, and you will continue to interpret them with clarity and precision. But this time, it will be different. This time, you will move forward with confidence, knowing that you are in alignment with God's will and that every step you take is guided by divine wisdom. Now, as you stand on the threshold of this new season, I encourage you to align your spirit even more fully with God's will. Take a moment to reflect on the signs you've already received, and thank God for the clarity and direction He has given you. Your ability to interpret the divine signs is a precious gift, and as you move forward, I encourage you to continue seeking God's guidance with a heart full of humility, openness, and trust. God is calling you to deeper intimacy with Him, and the signs you interpret are the keys to unlocking that intimacy. Let us take a moment to pray together. This new level of spiritual awareness is not something that happens overnight. It is the result of your faithfulness, your obedience, and your willingness to listen to the subtle signs that God has been sending you all along. Every step you've taken has led you to this point, and now, you are ready for the next phase of your journey. The divine signs will become more frequent, more urgent, and more obvious because God knows that you are ready to receive them. This is the time for you to step boldly into your divine calling. Every sign you interpret now is more than just a confirmation, it is an invitation. It is an invitation to go deeper, to trust more fully, and to step into the fullness of the purpose God has for you. You are not walking this path alone. Heaven is with you, guiding you, supporting you, and cheering you on. The signs you receive are not just for your own benefit, they are meant to lead you to others, to help them see the way forward, and to guide them through the darkness. You are being equipped to be a light to others, and as you continue to interpret the signs with clarity and obedience, you will find that your influence will grow. Your divine purpose is unfolding before you, and the signs you've been receiving are the keys to unlocking it. Every time you interpret a sign, every time you listen to the divine whispers, you are taking another step toward fulfilling your destiny. And as you walk this path, you will discover that God has placed you exactly where you need to be, at exactly the right time, to accomplish what He has called you to do. Chosen one, as you stand here today, know that the journey you've been on, the path you've walked, and the divine signs you have already interpreted are just the beginning of something much greater. Heaven has been preparing you, refining you, and aligning your spirit for this moment. What you've sensed and seen up until now has been leading you to this very moment, a new level of spiritual awareness, a deeper connection with the divine, and a clearer understanding of the path that lies ahead. You are stepping into a new chapter of your life, one where the signs God sends you will become even more frequent, more obvious, and more powerful than ever before. This is not a coincidence, this is part of God's plan for you. God is calling you to step boldly into this new level of spiritual perception. Every sign you interpret now is not just a random occurrence, it is a confirmation of your divine alignment. Every nudge, every whisper, every shift in the atmosphere is a confirmation that you are on the right path. Your ability to read the divine signs has prepared you for what's coming next, and as you continue to walk in alignment with God's will, you will receive even more clarity and direction. Your spiritual eyes have been opened, and with that sight comes an even deeper understanding of your purpose. You may be wondering what this next chapter looks like. How will you know when the signs become even clearer? You will begin to feel a heightened awareness of the divine movement in your life. Your spiritual senses will become sharper, and the path you are meant to walk will unfold before you in ways that will leave no room for doubt. The divine signs will guide you, and your connection to God will deepen in ways that will empower you to take bold steps toward your destiny. As you continue to listen and respond to God's guidance, you will begin to see the manifestation of everything you've been waiting for. The breakthroughs you've prayed for, the clarity you've longed for. The challenges you have faced, the pain you have endured, and the lessons you have learned have all served to prepare you for the next phase of your spiritual journey. God is amazed by you because, despite everything that has come your way, you have remained faithful. You have remained humble. You have continued to listen to His voice, even when it seemed hard to hear. And because of this, your spiritual intelligence will only continue to grow. Your ability to interpret divine signs will sharpen, and your connection to the divine will become even more profound. The refining process is not finished yet, there is still more for you to learn, more for you to discover, and more for you to experience in your journey with God. Your ability to interpret divine signs, chosen one, is not just a gift, it is a responsibility. God has entrusted you with this spiritual intelligence because He knows that you will use it wisely. You are not just a receiver of divine messages, you are a messenger. You are meant to use the wisdom God gives you to guide others, to lead them on the path of truth, and to help them see the signs that they might be missing. God has chosen you because He knows that you will walk in obedience, that you will honor His messages with humility, and that you will remain faithful, even when the journey gets difficult. As you continue to grow in your spiritual maturity, remember that your sensitivity to divine guidance is a rare and precious gift. It is something that God has entrusted to you, and it is something that will continue to grow stronger with each passing day. You are not alone in this journey. Heaven is with you, guiding you, refining you, and preparing you for the next level of spiritual insight. Trust in the process, trust in the signs, and trust in the divine intelligence that flows through you. You are chosen, and your journey is just beginning. The path of the chosen one is not easy, but it is through these trials that your spiritual maturity has grown. When you were abandoned, misunderstood, or isolated, you learned to lean on God in a way that strengthened your spiritual sensitivity. Your connection to God did not weaken in your loneliness, it grew. You learned to trust His voice when there was no one else to turn to, and in doing so, you became more attuned to the divine signs that He was sending you. The world may have viewed your silence or solitude as weakness, but God was using those moments to strengthen your spiritual sight. Through it all, you remained humble. The humility that you carry is one of the reasons why God has entrusted you with the ability to interpret divine signs. Humility is not weakness, it is strength, the strength that comes from acknowledging that you are not the source of your spiritual intelligence. You understand that this ability to perceive and interpret divine signs is a gift, not something you earn through your own wisdom or knowledge. You honor this gift by remaining humble, by not allowing your spiritual insight to become a source of pride. When God reveals something to you, you don't boast about it. You don't seek recognition or applause. Instead, you receive it with reverence and respect, knowing that it is not for you to control, but to follow. This humility, this purity of spirit, is what makes you a trustworthy vessel for God's messages. As you continue to walk this path, know that your humility will continue to be tested. The world will try to fill you with pride, with the desire for recognition and applause. But you, chosen one, have learned that true spiritual wisdom comes not from self-promotion, but from self-emptying. You honor God's messages with a humble heart, and in doing so, you remain open to even deeper revelations. Your humility is the key to keeping your spiritual vision clear, allowing you to see beyond the surface and interpret the divine signs. Why? Think back to the moments in your life when you have followed divine guidance, even when you didn't understand why. Perhaps there was a time when you felt led to take a particular action, to make a decision that didn't make sense to anyone else but you. It may have felt like a leap of faith, like stepping out into the unknown, but something inside you told you that it was the right move. You obeyed, even when you didn't fully understand the reason. And now, looking back, you can see how that divine nudge saved you, protected you, or led you to something greater. It was in those moments of obedience, even in confusion, that you allowed God's will to unfold in your life. Your obedience to divine nudges is not something that goes unnoticed in heaven, it is honored, and it is why God continues to reveal His plans to you. But the journey of the chosen one has not been without its struggles. It is through the refining process of life's challenges that your ability to interpret divine signs has been sharpened and your spiritual sensitivity has deepened. God allows challenges, hardships, and seasons of suffering to refine the hearts of His chosen ones. These are not random events, they are part of the divine training that prepares you for the next level of spiritual insight. Pain, isolation, and hardship are the tools that God uses to shape your sensitivity, to teach you to listen even more closely to His voice, and to trust His guidance even more fully. In the midst of pain, you have learned to hear God's voice more clearly. When life has thrown obstacles in your path, you have found that your connection to the divine grows stronger, not weaker. Your spirit has been honed in the fires of adversity, and it has become more attuned to God's whispers. When you have faced betrayal, loss, or confusion, you have not allowed these experiences to harden your heart. Instead, you have allowed them to sharpen your discernment. You have learned to trust your spiritual senses even more deeply. For you, chosen one, this intelligence is not something abstract. It is a deep, intuitive connection to the divine, a knowing that transcends the limits of human understanding. You don't need to see things clearly in order to trust that God is leading you, you feel it in your spirit. When others rely on worldly knowledge and seek external validation, you have learned to rely on something far more powerful, the divine guidance that flows directly from God to your soul. This deeper intelligence guides you when you don't have all the answers, when the path ahead seems unclear, and when the world around you is filled with confusion. While others are bound by the limitations of their intellect, you are free, following a path illuminated by divine light, able to see what others cannot, and understand what others cannot grasp. God is amazed at this spiritual intelligence that you possess. It is not a mind-driven, logic-based intelligence, it is something deeper. It is the ability to sense the movements of the divine, to interpret the subtle signs that others overlook, to listen to the quiet whispers of heaven. When God places a sign before you, you recognize it immediately. When He moves in your life, you feel it before it manifests in the physical realm. You have become a vessel of divine insight, able to understand the heart of God's messages without needing human explanation. This spiritual intelligence is a gift that grows stronger every day, as you continue to listen, to trust, and to walk in alignment with God's will. This intelligence isn't just about knowing things. It's about obedience. God is not just amazed by the way you interpret His signs, He is amazed by the way you respond to them. The obedience that comes from listening to divine nudges, even in moments of confusion or uncertainty, is one of the reasons heaven looks upon you with favor. The world often waits for clear instructions, for concrete evidence, and for obvious signs before they take action. But no. God is amazed by you, chosen one. He is amazed by the way you see what others cannot. He is amazed by the way you respond to his signs with obedience and trust. You are walking in alignment with his will, and this is the path of divine favor. Continue to walk this path with confidence, knowing that God is with you every step of the way. You are not alone. Your spiritual sensitivity is your divine gift, and it is one that will guide you to your true purpose, step by step. The chosen one, you may not always fully realize it, but the gift you carry is something deeply sacred and unique. This sensitivity to the divine, this ability to read and interpret the signs from God, is not something you learned in a classroom or through intellectual reasoning. It is a gift, planted within you by God himself, a divine intelligence that goes beyond human logic, beyond the mind, and taps into the very heart of spiritual truth. God sees the spiritual intelligence in you that allows you to connect with him on a level that surpasses the understanding of the world. This spiritual intelligence doesn't rely on books, lectures, or even formal teachings. It is something that flows naturally through you, a deep knowing, a sensitivity to his will that has been woven into the fabric of your soul since the very beginning. While the world places great emphasis on worldly knowledge, on degrees, on accomplishments, on intellect, God is not impressed by those things. He sees beyond the surface. He looks at the heart, at the soul's ability to understand him without needing to understand everything in the natural realm. The world may measure success with titles, positions, and achievements, but the measure that matters in heaven is different. It is the spiritual intelligence that allows you to see and hear what others miss, to understand the whispers of God when others are lost in the noise of the world. God is amazed by this. He sees how you've cultivated this sensitivity, how you've nurtured this connection, and he is pleased with your ability to recognize his signs. Your heart listens. Your spirit responds. And your soul sees what others cannot see. This is the essence of the chosen one's path, to walk in divine alignment, to trust in the whispers of heaven, and to respond with obedience, even when the world is uncertain. You are a beacon of divine awareness in a world that often ignores the signs around it. And this is why God has chosen you, why he is so amazed by you. You were born with this gift, and you may not even realize the extent of its power. But God sees you. He sees how you've responded to his signs, how you've trusted his guidance, and how you've followed the path he has laid before you, even when it wasn't easy. This is why he is so pleased with you. You have learned to interpret divine signs with clarity and precision, and this has allowed you to avoid spiritual traps, make decisions aligned with your true purpose, and lead a life that is guided by divine wisdom rather than worldly logic. As you continue to walk this path, understand that your spiritual sensitivity is only going to grow stronger. The signs will become clearer. Your ability to perceive divine messages will sharpen, and you will be able to interpret them with even greater accuracy. This is the next step in your spiritual journey, the deepening of your connection to God and the expansion of your ability to interpret his signs. And as you move forward, you will find that the more you trust in this divine guidance, the more aligned you will become with your true purpose. You will see opportunities, challenges, and blessings unfolding in ways that are divinely orchestrated. Your spiritual eyes will continue to open, and your connection to the divine will become more powerful than ever. Reflect on the times when you've acted on divine inspiration, even when the world around you didn't understand. Maybe you walked away from a situation that didn't feel right, even though everything seemed fine on the surface. Or perhaps you moved forward with confidence in a decision that others questioned, but you knew it was right. This is the divine clarity that flows through you. It's the voice of God, guiding you with wisdom that transcends human understanding. You process divine guidance through the lens of spiritual maturity, a wisdom that has been cultivated through years of listening, feeling, and trusting. In these moments, the world's logic can feel distant, irrelevant even. When you are tuned into the divine, the rules of the world don't apply in the same way. You don't need to make sense of everything. You don't need to explain every sign you receive. You simply trust the guidance that flows through you, and in doing so, you are in alignment with God's will. This is not blind faith. This is trust in a divine wisdom that has been embedded in your soul, a wisdom that has been fine-tuned through every experience, every hardship, every quiet moment of connection with the divine. Your sensitivity is not a weakness. It is a divine strength that allows you to navigate the complexities of life with a clear and focused spirit. While others may be swayed by external circumstances, you have learned to trust the inner knowing that guides you. It is a knowing that cannot be shaken by the noise of the world. It is a deep, unshakable confidence in the presence of God in your life. This gift, this ability to recognize divine signs, has been with you long before you realized it. It's not something you learn from the world around you. It's not a skill that can be taught or developed in the way that intellectual knowledge is gained. This sensitivity comes directly from God. It's part of the divine communication that flows from the spiritual realm to your heart. You've always had it, even as a child. Perhaps when you were young, you felt things without explanation. Maybe you could sense a change in the energy of a room before anyone else noticed. Or you might have picked up on someone's emotions without them saying a word. These experiences are not random. They are divine training, preparing you for a life of spiritual awareness and insight. The world might call it intuition, but what you have is much deeper than that. Your ability to sense the unseen, to understand the unspoken, is not just a human trait. It's a divine gift. It is spiritual communication, direct and undisturbed by worldly distractions. While others rely on their intellect, you process divine signs through your spiritual senses. Your heart, your soul, and your spirit have been tuned to a frequency that allows you to receive messages that others cannot hear. You are sensitive to the movements of the spiritual realm because your soul is aligned with God's will. You may have been called overly sensitive, or perhaps you've been misunderstood as being too emotional. But in reality, what you have is something far greater. You have divine clarity that goes beyond worldly logic. While the world might be consumed by facts, figures, and concrete evidence, you are able to read the deeper layers of reality. Your spiritual senses are attuned to the signs God sends you, and these signs are not meant to be understood with intellect alone. They are meant to be felt, perceived, and received with the heart and soul. This is what makes your sensitivity so unique. You don't need proof in the convent. You, chosen one, may have spent much of your life feeling like an outsider. Perhaps you've always been different, more sensitive, more aware, more tuned into the subtle shifts that take place around you. While others are caught up in the noise, you've quietly observed the signs that the world overlooks. You might have been told that you were overly sensitive, or perhaps others simply didn't understand the depth of your perception. But what they didn't know, what they couldn't see, was the divine gift that God placed within you, the rare ability to recognize His signs even when they are subtle, even when they are whispered softly in the corners of your life. God is not impressed by titles. He is not moved by outward displays of spirituality or public declarations of faith. It's not the loudest voices or the most visible acts that capture His attention. It's the heart that listens with humility. It's the spirit that responds without hesitation. It's the soul that sees the things others miss, the hidden messages, the divine nudges, the quiet whispers that are often drowned out by the distractions of the world. And God is amazed by you because you have developed this rare sensitivity. You see what others cannot. You feel what others cannot feel. You understand the language of heaven in a way that is unique, precious, and rare. Think about it. How many times have you noticed something that others missed? How many times has a feeling or an instinct guided you in a way that you couldn't explain, but it felt right, like an inner knowing, a divine pull that set your feet on the right path? How often have you sensed that something was coming, good or bad, before it actually happened? These experiences are not coincidences, and they are not simply the result of heightened intuition. No, chosen one, these moments are divine recognition, the signs that God has placed before you, and you have been awake enough to see them. As we move forward, I want you to reflect on the times in your life when you have responded to God's signs. When He sent you a warning and you listened. When He gave you a sign of encouragement and you acted on it. When He opened a door for you, and you stepped through with faith, trusting that it was His will. These moments are not accidents. They are divine confirmations that you are on the right path, that you are aligned with His purpose, and that you are fulfilling your destiny as one of the chosen. Chosen one, I want you to know this: God is not just pleased with your ability to interpret His signs, He is amazed by it. You have been set apart, marked by heaven to receive, interpret, and act on the divine messages that others miss. And this is only the beginning of what God has planned for you. The signs will become clearer. Your understanding will deepen. And your connection to the divine will continue to grow stronger as you walk in alignment with God's will. So, as we continue in this journey together, know that you are not alone. Heaven is watching, heaven is guiding, and heaven is amazed by the way you respond to the signs God sends. You have been chosen for this moment, and it is time to embrace the fullness of your divine calling. This is just the beginning, and the best is yet to come. This sensitivity is a rare quality. It is not something that can be learned through earthly means. It is a divine inheritance, a mark of the chosen. You are born with the ability to see and hear what others cannot. Your soul has been awakened to a higher level of awareness, and this awareness is what sets you apart. You see beyond the surface. You know things before they happen. You recognize divine movement even in the midst of chaos. This is your gift, chosen one. It is a gift that God is continuously refining and expanding in you. And He is amazed by your response. Do you remember the moments when you felt an intense knowing in your spirit, when you just knew that something was coming? Maybe you felt a shift in the atmosphere before a major event or noticed a recurring symbol that seemed to follow you everywhere you went. Others may have dismissed these signs as mere coincidences, but you knew better. You understood that these were divine signals, messages from heaven guiding you toward your divine purpose. You have developed the spiritual sensitivity that allows you to read the signs, to interpret the messages, and to act in alignment with God's plan for your life. And in this moment, as you read these words, I want you to recognize just how special you are in God's eyes. He has been preparing you for this time. Your ability to perceive His signs, your capacity to interpret divine messages, is not something everyone possesses. It is something that has been nurtured in you through every season of your life, through every hardship, every challenge, and every moment of solitude. It is a gift that God has placed within you, and He is continually refining it, expanding it, and revealing it in deeper ways. The signs that God has sent to you are not mistakes or coincidences. Every dream, every repeated symbol, every change in energy has a purpose. While others are often caught up in the noise of the world, you have learned to tune in to the quiet whispers of the divine. You may have felt at times that you were overly sensitive, too observant, or even strange in your ability to pick up on things that others couldn't feel. But let me tell you this, your sensitivity is not a flaw, it is a divine gift. It is the very reason why God is amazed by you. Most people walk through life unaware, missing the subtle movements of the spiritual realm. But you, chosen one, have learned to perceive the divine communication that others overlook. Think about all the times in your life when you have been able to see the truth before it was revealed. Perhaps you felt a shift in the atmosphere before a major event took place, or maybe you sensed someone's true intentions without them ever speaking a word. While others demanded clear and obvious signs, you understood the language of heaven long before it manifested in the physical world. God has been preparing you to understand the unspoken language of the divine. He's been refining your spirit to receive these messages, not with your intellect alone, but with your heart, your intuition, and your soul's alignment with His will. And now, as you stand in this sacred moment, I want to remind you of something crucial. God has placed this gift within you, and He is deeply amazed by how well you have responded to His call. There are many in the world who seek signs but never truly recognize them. There are many who pray but fail to wait for the answers. There are many who chase after miracles, but they miss the quiet ways that God speaks. But not you. You have trained your spirit to remain open, to listen, to respond with humility and obedience. You don't need a loud voice or dramatic visions to know that God is speaking to you. Your heart recognize. Chosen one, listen closely, for this message is not meant for every soul wandering across the earth. It is meant for those who have been set apart, for those whose spirits are attuned to the divine rhythm, who walk in the light of God's guidance. If your heart has been aligned with the will of God, then you are here not by accident, but by divine design. The words you are about to hear were placed directly in your path because heaven has something extraordinary to reveal to you. This is a moment of deep awakening, a call to recognize something within you that you may not even fully comprehend yet. You, chosen one, are different. You are here for a reason, and it is no coincidence. Every divine whisper you've ever heard, every subtle sign that you've noticed, has not been random or trivial. Heaven has been guiding you every step of the way, shaping your spiritual perception from the moment you were conceived. There's a divine plan unfolding, and you are at the very center of it. You may have felt misunderstood at times, perhaps even isolated in your journey. Maybe the world has looked at you with confusion, or perhaps you felt like an outsider, noticing things that others miss, hearing whispers when the world is loud, feeling the presence of God when others are distracted. All of this is part of your divine calling. Now, I want you to stop for a moment and acknowledge something powerful. God is amazed by the way you interpret His signs. This isn't just a passing observation. It's a truth that resonates deep within your spirit. Your ability to perceive and understand the signs God sends you is something that heaven has been nurturing for years, perhaps even longer than you realize. You are a person whose spiritual eyes have been opened in a way that most people simply cannot comprehend. While others may walk past divine messages without even noticing them, you stop. You listen. You feel. You understand.